It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to it on a Tuesday. All-Star week. All-Star games tonight.
All-Star 2 days, 3 days.
Well, it's All-Star break for most. It's the All-Star break. I want to thank the folks from Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul for taking care of it. As a matter of fact, I need to connect the dot and bridge between Mary Ellen's and the Salt Dogs. We need to do that as well. That's the next thing that we're going to do.
Yes.
We'll get that done. You can add to the conversation 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line, Honda Lincoln hotline, if you will. The video stream is up. Starter Heyman video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter Live. We are on Twitter Live. You can catch the stream as well. Plenty to do. I will ask a trivia question. We're going to give away a set of 4 tickets and a VIP parking pass to the Salt Dogs tonight. If you can text in or tell us who leads the Salt Dogs in home runs currently. Who leads the Salt Dogs in home runs currently? We will have tickets for you for tonight's Salt Dogs game. Speaking of Honda Lincoln Hotline and the Salt Dogs, let's bring in Charlie Meyer, GM of the Salt Dogs. Charlie, how are you today?
Great, DP. How are you guys doing?
It's good. It's good. Welcome back. How's your trip?
It was good. The All-Star game was a great event and great to see other owners and team members. And we had a great All-Star game with our side winning in the top of the ninth with a 3-run homer. And it was kind of fun and our players played well in it. And Josh Altman had a great home run derby. And so, it was a lot of fun.
Talk to me. Who else from the Salt Dogs participated?
We had Stephon Moore, our closer and pitcher for the Salt Dogs, as well as Greg Minier. And Greg did not pitch in the game because he had pitched on Sunday. And with the game on Tuesday, he was still a little sore from Sunday's performance. So he did not participate in the game, but he was part of all the activities. And it was a great time for those guys to get together with other All-Stars in the league.
Charlie, if I asked you the state of the league, what are the things that you guys talk about when the power brokers of the association get together? What do you talk about?
Well, we're talking about, what possible further expansion there could be with new cities and new teams in the future is one item we talk about. We also just talk about the operations in each of our current locations as far as how things are going and what things are working. Also the player side of it. The draft is happening this week. What impact that's going to have as far as player pool for all the teams to go out and add to their rosters or guys that will not get drafted that we can go search for and hopefully increase and basically improve our rosters here throughout the season. But, it's all, we're all running our own different businesses and operations, but it's great to share ideas and talk what works and what doesn't work. And it's like I said, it was a great opportunity for us to get together. We do it roughly about 3 times a year. All-Star break is one of them. And then we have a winter meeting as well as a spring meeting to kind of get everybody together.
We're talking to Charlie Meyer of the Lincoln Salt Dogs. And Charlie, it's that phase, the All-Star break is kind of where you reassess and redirect based on your results in your season so far, whether players are hurt, whether you need to refill. How do you approach post-draft with players available? Do you have a list of players that you have your eye on? Is there a list of groups players that you want to approach right away to see if they can be a part of what you're doing? How do you approach post All-Star and the roster?
Basically, what we're always looking to if there's an opportunity to improve the roster. You're always looking for that, and we have probably 10 to 12 names that we've got sitting out there right now that we've been talking to since the college season ended, that are basically waiting for the draft. And, like we had a pitcher we had our eye on. They got drafted yesterday in the 5th round. And so, we're always looking at that. And there's also people that are getting released from the affiliated side, whether it's the Pirates or the Rockies, or they're putting out release wires each and every day. And so you're looking at those factors to see, okay, is there, do we have a need for a pitcher, or do we have a need for, a DH or a cleanup hitter, et cetera, et cetera. You're kind of always evaluating your roster throughout the season. And right now, we're kind of looking for a bat is really what we're trying to figure out here. We had a couple guys with Justin Bird and Buddy Bauman on the pitching side, and they got picked up, and now we're trying to plug and play players into those spots here as we make the run down to the remainder of the season.
Charlie, it's always interesting, especially when it comes to minor league sports, is the engagement with the community and players from the community. What is the philosophy, or at least what is the availability of former Nebraska players being a part of what the Salt Dogs do?
Well, there's always opportunity for that. And, we talked with, previously we used to talk with Coach Erstad, and now we talk with Coach Bolt, with players that are graduating and that type of thing, to see what their aspirations are, if they want to continue to play. We're always, we've got a great communication link with the university, obviously, because we're partners there at Haymarket Park, and work with the coaching staff from there. As if there's players that don't get drafted, okay, is there an opportunity to try to continue their dreams with us, and hopefully they would get picked up, or some of them will sign as a free agent. And so this whole draft side of it, and with the draft getting pushed back, it used to be up there during the College World Series week, and now it's about a month later. And so that's kind of changed the way the player pool has been for us anyway. So we're having to pivot and adjust as far as all those changes that are happening, as far as making sure your roster is, the best it can be. But the partnership with the University of Nebraska is a vital link for us. And, we've had players, Jay Colency and other players that have played with us on the Salt Dogs roster after they've finished at the university.
Yeah, I would think that because of familiarity and proximity, that it would help. And it may, even with the ability to cross market and promote having former Huskers on your
Sure.
roster would be of benefit. I want to ask this because on a Tuesday night Tuesday afternoon in Lincoln, Nebraska, trying to pull people into the space. It's going to be 95 degrees, 4:30 first pitch, but you still manage to do what you do and trying to draw folks and then do something good with it. Let's talk about tonight. What happens down at Haymarket Park?
Well, we're playing a doubleheader here today because we're making up a game that we lost in May due to weather, and so we've got a stretch here where we're playing 5 games in 4 days. So it's 4:30 today, and then we'll play 30 minutes after we get done with the first 7-inning game, and then we'll play another 7-inning game after we get the first one completed. And then we've got games on Wednesday and Thursday with Sioux City. So it's a busy week. It's a big week after coming off the All-Star break. We didn't have a very good road trip down to Cleburne. We were in 3 games and lost all 3 by a run, and got whitewashed on the getaway day. And last time we lost 4-2. And so, yeah, we need to kind of turn it around. We're leaving a lot of guys on base. And, obviously baseball can run through these ups and downs throughout the season. And, we're a little over halfway through the 2022 season here, and we're hanging around in the playoff spot, and we'll just continue to turn along here. But we need to improve some pitching, and we need to find a bat. We need to find a bat to help hopefully knock some runs in.
We're talking to Charlie Meyer of the Lincoln Salt Dogs, and again, we're offering 4 tickets and a VIP parking pass to today's game. If you can answer the question onto the text line on who leads the Salt Dogs in home runs, if you can do that, the first person that answers correctly, we will in fact give you tickets to today's game. When you do the community events like the one you're doing today, donate perishable items at the game for a general admission ticket.
Yep.
What type of numbers are you looking for, and are you getting in response? Is there a way for us? Should we push this harder in having the perishables delivered?
Well, I mean, we get 2 to 3 tubs of food that are getting that are being brought by fans to basically come to the game and get a free GA ticket, and it's a great opportunity for us to give back to the community and work with the food bank. Thanks to the Nebraska Medical Association and Lancaster County Health Society, they have basically partnered with us to do this promotion on Tuesdays, and basically call it a Triple Play Tuesday. So fans can come out, bring a non-perishable item, and we'll get them a GA ticket to come into the games. And it's been a good success. I mean, obviously weekday games are a little bit more or less attended just because people are busy, and now that a lot of state baseball and softball has been completed, hopefully now we'll start seeing some fans, which has kind of been the trend the last 20 years. Is once we get through the middle of July, our attendance increases here through the rest of the season until we get to the football season starting up here in early September.
Charlie, are you familiar with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul? Have you sampled their goods yet?
I have not sampled their goods. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and Brett, Jody, and I have talked about trying to figure out an off day that we can run down there and go sample that.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that for you as well, because that is a marriage that needs to happen as well. And because you guys are doing what you're doing for the community, I mean, the food drive and the food bank of Lincoln, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing that you guys want to do from a week-to-week basis. I want to say thank you to you guys. I guess the other question is, have you sampled Beatrice Bakery and their goodies yet?
Have not done that one yet either.
Okay, so here's what we want to do. So on a day-to-day basis, we give care packages to folks who are doing good things in the community for each other. And the food drive is important because we're helping people we're never going to meet get out of situations that they should not be in. Your work is known and noted. Beatrice Bakery allows us to say thank you to the folks who lead the community and doing good things for other people by doing good things for them. So if you would allow us to do that, I want to send down a care package down to the ballpark from Beatrice Bakery, so you, the coaches, the players, the staff can celebrate a little bit for the good things that you guys do from on a game by game and week by week basis, if that's okay.
That'd be great. Thank you very much, DP. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so we will do that as well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to come down today. I'll stop by and give you a pat on the back as we enjoy some baseball. I want to get out and get some additional sun. But it's a busy week for you. Give the folks the rundown for the rest of the week for the Dogs.
So yeah, we got the doubleheader today starting at 4:30, and it's in Triple Play Tuesday with the food bank. Bring a non-perishable item and get a GA ticket. Tomorrow's Wiener Wednesday. Game at 7:05, and then we have Thirsty Thursday on Thursday at 7:05, and tomorrow night's game on Wednesday, it's the Nebraska Deaf and Hard of Hearing night, and so we'll actually experience an inning during the game where it'll be a total silent inning where there'll be no music, no PA or whatever, so you can kind of experience what it's like to be deaf or hard of hearing. And I grew up with deaf parents, and it's an opportunity for me to interact with that community each and every year, and it's a fun night, and it's a different experience if you've never experienced that.
Charlie, as I said, for what you guys do in the community, as quiet kept, it needs to be celebrated. You guys consistently put goodness in how you engage in the community, and it is important. I am a little intrigued about tomorrow night. Baseball bingo. What are we doing?
There we go. We got baseball bingo with Fairbury brand hot dogs and the Wiener Wednesday. So if you fill the card up or get a bingo, you come up and we've got a Fairbury coupon that you can go get some free hot dogs at the grocery stores here in town.
Yeah, That's gonna be awesome. Also, looking forward to BP with DP next week. Give us a little bit about the Sioux City Explorers.
Well, they are. It's interesting. I talked with them yesterday for when they arrived in town, and they're right now they're in last place in our division, but they have really been banged up with injuries, and so they've been trying to battle through that. And we've been battling through some injuries, but nothing to what they've run into. I mean, they typically have been kind of the leader of the pack in our division in the past years. So they're starting to come around, but it's a rival for us. I mean, Sioux City and Lincoln is the closest proximity of the teams here in the league, and we've always had this rivalry with Sioux City, and they're playing better. They had a couple pitchers that went down with arm injuries, and when you lose starting pitching, it's hard to replace that, and so they're kind of limping along and trying to right the ship like we are trying to do as well. And so it'll be a good run, and obviously we play them here a lot this week, and then we'll end up the season up in Sioux City at the end of the year. So it'll come down to probably with us and them and Sioux Falls as far as battling for that final playoff spot.
Charlie, man, we're looking forward to you guys turning it around. It'll be a big week here. I'll be down at the ballpark today to bounce around. Kind sir, you are greatly appreciated, and we'll send some goodies down to say thank you and appreciation for what you guys do.
Well, thank you for all you do, and it's a great partnership, and we'll look forward to you guys doing BP here later in the month.
Yeah, next Friday we'll go down. I promise not to take swings next week, so we will see, Charlie. We will see. I have no idea. That's Charlie Meyer from Lincoln Salt Dogs. Charlie, thank you very much.
All right, take care, DP. See you tonight.
Yeah, man. Good stuff all the way around. And again, if you could tell us who leads the Salt Dogs in home runs, free tickets. As a matter of fact, you can even pick the game you want to go to. If you don't, I mean, it's a doubleheader today. There's games tomorrow. It should be fun. So we'll do that. Yeah, we're going to send down some Beatrice Bakery to the fine folks at the Lincoln Salt Dogs for what they do. Again, the food drive. And here's the thing, community-wise, what we know about Lincoln is you guys will show up. Even if you don't need the tickets, just drop off some perishables, those things in your cabinet, in your cupboard, that you're not going to use, that you're not going to use. Like they've been there, sitting there, staring you in the face, and you put stuff around it. Grab those items, put them in a box or in a bag, and drop them off at Haymarket Park. Do that. You can take the general admissions tickets, maybe use it another time. Use it in another game. You don't have to use them for tonight's game. Bone, you are correct. Bone is the winner of those tickets. You are absolutely correct. Altman leads them. As a matter of fact, as Charlie said, he participated in the home run derby contest for the All-Star game. So good on him. He leads them with 10. Bravo. Well done. But yeah, I'm going to ask you listeners that if you have the time, and it'll only take a couple minutes, you literally can pull up, drop them off at the front gate or at the office or the ticket office. If you want the tickets, you can. That's the whole other process. You just come right before the game. But again, they're there at 4:30, doubleheader today. Let's show up for the Salt Dogs in the Lincoln Food Bank. Let's show up today. Just whatever's in the cupboard. Again, your wife yelled at you about why do you buy this and not eat it? As a wife, the things your family, if it's been sitting there for 4 months, there's a reason. Go in the cupboard, grab a few items, or grab a lot of items, put them in a bag, and drop them off at the Haymarket. If you really want to, if you really don't want to go down to Haymarket, you can drop them off here at the ticket. How about that? You can just drop off perishables here at the ticket. As a matter of fact, I'll say this. If you drop off perishable tickets, we have vouchers. We'll give you vouchers. You bring perishables, 3 items or more, we will give you a voucher for a future game. And if you go, like, for every so-and-so, we'll give you additional vouchers. I think that's a fair and good deal. You guys can hit me on the text line. Let me know you're coming. Let me know you're thinking about it, and we'll do that. If this is a great opportunity for us to show up for folks in need. who obviously have less than we do. So let's do that today if we could. We'll toward the break. We'll come back. I want to talk about, we've talked about uniforms, and the uniform folks have started to pop up. And there's some front runners for what is the best all-time Husker football uniform. I want your opinions. I want your voice when we come back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hello, everybody. Charlie Stone here. And through the years, as I've gotten to know Andy Goodyear, general manager of Honda of Lincoln, quite well, one of the things that I have really liked about Andy is you will always get honest, straight talk from him. Joining me now, Andy Goodyear. What's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
As I've said before, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you may not see the new vehicle you're looking for, but on the way, we have more than 300 new cars to choose from, so don't hesitate to stop in or go shop online.
I know that used cars are big right now. What can you tell us about it?
We have a great selection, Charlie. More than 125 to choose from. And what I want people to know is we sell more than just Hondas.
All makes and models, right?
All makes and models, cars, SUVs, truck, with fresh trades arriving daily. If you're looking for something other than a Honda, we just might have it.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
On the Block with Strick and Bach.
He obviously played against MJ when he was with the Bulls. Could you tell when you guarded Wizards, MJ, that is different than Bulls?
I mean, he still was crafty. He still was very cerebral, still had great hands. So his post-up game and his mid, all that stuff was still efficient. You know, his actual pump fake game was even more effective. He just didn't have that same first burst.
Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.58 per hour. And other select jobs starting at $24.28 per hour, with wages growing up to $30.30 per hour. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer two of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced, with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
They say one great thing leads to another, and that's especially true when you visit a Great Clips salon. When you sit down for a haircut with the skilled and friendly stylist at one of our thousands of convenient Great Clips locations, they'll not only make your hair look great, they'll make you feel great too. And that's something you can't help but share with the world. Download our online check-in app today and opt in to get a ready next text when you're up next. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies and very hot temps here for our Tuesday. We'll top out at 97. Winds eventually turning out of the north-northwest at around 15 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to 67. It will be cooler and slightly more comfortable tomorrow as we top out with a high of 91. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to One on One with DP, sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to One on One. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me feel. Come on. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under. Like that was a lyric.
I'm telling you, like this song reminds me of two things. One, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yes.
I should not have been playing it when I did. Still
Correct.
did. Shout out to my grandpa. May you rest in peace.
Fair.
And Happy Feet.
Yeah. So the way it played out, so hip hop was still on the perimeter, right? It was way on the perimeter. A very new thing. It was Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight, Blondie's Rapture, and then The Message. And when Grandmaster Flash blew it up, what got it over the hump, you ready for this? Saturday Night Live. Because they did a skit where folks are in the bathroom and the song kind of comes on and they're all kind of responding to it and rapping to it. And that took it to the next level.
Very nice.
But Grandmaster Flash was a huge part of my college life. Like back in the days of vinyl.
What?
Like the 33s.
You're dating yourself.
The 33s were every dorm room, well, the cool dorm rooms, my dorm room, had a stereo.
Mm-hmm.
So we had the suites. So two in a suite.
Mm-hmm.
But these were huge suites. It was ginormous, actually. Bed on like bunk beds on either side, but only two people in there. And so you could do what you wanted to do with your bunk bed. So some people would keep the bunk in case you had a guest or whatever. But in my case, I took the mattress out and I put a board and then I put the stereo and pictures and all the stuff on top of it.
Perfect.
And so we opened the door and Grandmaster Flash would be put on, and it had a whole collection of records. Like you had to have, there's probably 200 full vinyls.
That's a lot.
Right? But after class, that was
of course.
That's when you knew,
of
like
course.
After class, before practice, after practice, or at night or whatever it was. And then that's what was being played. So Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. That was kind of what was going on back in the day. And that song just, it leaves me there. It absolutely leaves me there.
It's a great song.
Oh, so cool. I now have to find that SNL skit because it was pretty cool. And what was being done. Again, shout out to the Lincoln Salt Dogs, Charlie Meyer, and what they do. Again, perishables, if you missed it, for a general mission ticket, if you donate perishables for the Lincoln Food Bank, they will give you a general mission ticket. I also would add to that today, if you will bring perishables down to the radio station, that we will give you a voucher for any future Salt Dogs game. And if you come in, if you come in strong, right? Like you go through your cupboard and it's all the stuff. It's the soup that you're not gonna eat.
It's those baked beans that you said you were gonna make and then you
Right,
forgot about.
You just never
That's
did.
me,
The tuna that you're not gonna make. The stuff. Like
it's that fruit that you got and you're like, I'm gonna eat fruit today, and then you forgot about it and it just ended up getting pushed back. It's that corn in the can that you said you were gonna try, but then you got some sweet corn from some vendor like down the road at like a little farmer's market.
Yep.
And you forgot about the sweet corn. It's the green beans that you're never gonna touch. It's there's
minestrone. There's minestrone that I had a mood for that day and then never since.
It's that chicken noodle soup that you got when you were sick, and then you ended up only being sick for a day and you didn't need it.
Okay, so here before we get into the uniform battle. Oh, chicken noodle soup. Campbell's thin noodle where you have to put water in it to uncondense it, right? Or the new Smart Food thick noodle, big chunks of chicken.
That was good.
Like what's
the thin noodle little squares
right?
of chicken.
Right.
Like that takes me back to like middle school, high school. I didn't feel good. And my mom or my grandma was just like, here you go. Just they'd pour it into a bowl, and then they'd, fill that can up with water again, pour it in there, microwave it. I'm eating it, the little tiny little baby square chunks of chicken. Like that takes me back to then. But the thick noodles and the big old chunks of chicken and the thing of carrots and the little pieces of celery, like that makes me feel happy.
What's your choice though?
I'm gonna go with the big one.
You're gonna go with the big noodles.
The big noodles. But I will get the small ones from kids when they get sick when they're old enough.
Yes. There is
there is a process.
There's a comfort to that. There's a comfort to that. Are you a microwave the chicken noodle, or you are in a
I've always microwaved it.
There's something about putting it in the pot.
It is better,
right?
But it's faster than the microwave.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And if I want chicken noodle soup, I want my chicken noodle soup now.
Chicken noodle soup or tomato soup?
Chicken noodle soup. The only time I eat tomato soup is with grilled cheese.
Only time. What's the third best soup? So chicken noodle and tomato. What's the third best?
There's like it's like stew, like the beef stew, but it's stew, so it's not soup, right?
Did you do the Dinty Moore beef stew?
Yes.
Where they had the big, like, you want to talk about
you want to talk about some beef. There was like the can was just like there was like 5 gigantic chunks of beef in there, and I was like, okay.
Like Dinty Moore was, oh my gosh, like in college that was jam. Like that was, it cost a little bit more, but I was all about it. I was all about Dinty Moore. Yeah. Crackers and just bread.
I just eat crackers.
Oh, stop it.
I would either crush them up into it, or I would just be a weird guy and just like scoop my soup with the cracker. It's just really you're just dipping it.
It was so good. Ham and beans as a number 3.
That's not a soup. That's ham and beans.
Yeah, but
beans is not a soup.
No,
beans is not soup. Beans is beans.
Lima beans and ham is
no. Beans are beans. They are their own thing.
Cereal is not a soup, but we should have a full conversation on cereal. Can you remind me to do that tomorrow?
We can. I know a professional cereal guy we could call.
Yes, we like. I am a cereal snob, but somebody sent me a meme last night of the worst. If I said to you the worst cereal ever, what would you say? And there's only one answer. There's only one answer.
Cereal ever?
The worst cereal
like,
ever.
Is it an actual cereal?
It's an actual cereal, but it is the worst cereal ever. And I'm gonna say this because when my mother brought it home, I felt offended. Like I
grape nuts.
Worse than that. Worse than that.
Bro, grape nuts just smell like straight cardboard.
Oh, look, when my mother brought this in, I remember it's the first time that I almost got a beating. Like I almost got a beating because she brought it in and I was like, why don't you love us? Like, first of all, she did it with like carnation milk. Right? Like if you give me carnation milk, you don't love me.
Mom, what are you doing?
Like you don't love me. You don't love me. I'm sorry. Worst and only thing on par with that is the old powdered milk in a box. Right? Because it's like you're not even trying like to love me. You're not even trying. Like just stop it. Stop it. Right? But she would then compound this with the greatest insult of all time. It was like chewing barbed wire. And it was horrible. Shredded wheat. And then
Not
she
even
would
frosted shredded
No,
wheat?
she would try to fool us with the generic, like, and then she would get the smaller ones. First of all, you had like the loaf shredded wheat,
Mini shredded
where
wheat.
it's a mini football that you could play catch with this thing, and it wouldn't break apart.
Those things are solid.
Like you, you could wash dishes with.
If your cereal, if you can only get 2 pieces of cereal on a spoon, it's too much.
Oh, it was.
Although the frosted shredded wheat,
Terrible.
It took me a while. I can eat
Stop
those.
it.
I can
No,
eat those.
stop it.
I
Because
like
you have to
those.
wait like 8 minutes for to soften.
It's one of those where you have to suffer through the roof of your mouth being cut wide open.
No, this stuff made me bleed.
Suffer through it.
It made me bleed. It
It's
was
like
horrible.
It's like Captain Crunch.
It's
It's either too hard and
super soft.
It's either too hard and it cuts everything in your mouth. There's that perfect zone, but it's only perfect for about 30 seconds, and then it's way too mushy. There's that's all the in between. So you either like mushy cereal or you hate your mouth.
He has a show in Charlotte, and as we're talking about it, I'm like, this was child abuse. Giving just a generic. Now, I'll mind you, Grape Nuts is in the conversation.
My roommate in college, one of my roommates in college, was like, "I'm gonna be healthier." Like, he already ate healthy. Like, he was. Shout out to my guy Reed. He had a schedule, and we knew his schedule.
Oh.
We knew, all right, it's almost his time. He's going to come down and make his supper. But while he's making his supper, he's going to cut up this meat that he has. He's going to make a sandwich, and he's going to sample a couple of pieces. Like, we had it down. We knew exactly what he was doing when he was doing. He wanted to eat healthier, even though he already ate super healthy. He bought Grape Nuts because he heard they were very healthy. He opened the box, and he immediately was like, nope.
This is a bad decision.
And we were all like, well, now we all have to try it.
No.
And we tried it.
Oh, you didn't know.
When I tell you that a piece of me died that day.
It's like pouring milk over nuts and bolts, and then
there's nothing to it. It's like Grape Nuts, and it said something on there like, so many people enjoy the time. Like, nobody enjoys this taste.
Nobody.
The only people that enjoy this taste have burned their taste buds and can't taste.
Oh, they're dead inside. You're dead inside. You're not even living anymore. Yeah,
Grape Nuts is for serial killers. That's what that is. And not like funny, ha ha ha, he eats cereal. No, I mean actual serial killers.
Oh, it really is. It's like eating gravel. Like it's you're just like when you actually drop something in the dirt, not knowing that it picked up pebbles.
Yeah,
and then you go chew it,
and you're like, oh,
and
that's sand in my mouth. That's what that is.
And then you run straight to the dentist, like I don't know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I don't know what happened.
Like, you could be eating Grape Nuts, lose a tooth, and not notice because it's the same consistency.
Oh, it was like, and I went, wow, what is this? But shredded wheat made me feel.
It's a jaw workout. Anybody that eats Grape Nuts has a strong jaw.
Yes,
very pronounced.
Well, that's kind of what you imagine, like the rock jaw person. Like that's how you identify them.
The Rock doesn't eat it; he just chews Grape Nuts as a workout.
Right? Like it's just like, oh my goodness! But the shredded wheat. And then they had the generic shredded wheat where it just said shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat.
Like, and
you're not even trying.
Like you just like
it's not mini wheats. It's just shredded wheat.
Like, tell me you why you hate me so much to do this. And so we would go through, and then if again the multiple insult, give me the generic shredded wheat and then powdered milk that I have to water down. I have to pour water in. And if you didn't have money, and we were poor, so you would extra water the powdered milk, right? Like you would go past the line of this is how much water you're supposed to use. But with 8 kids in the family, you have to dilute everything to the nth degree. And I was 7th youngest. I was number 7. So guess what? All the bigs would box me out and post up.
Of course.
And I couldn't, like, by the time I got to the pitcher, it's at the bottom, and then you got to add more water to the already diluted milk just to have enough to pour over and wet these awful iron shreds of shredded wheat that you're supposed to try.
Hizzleberg just said something that I am concerned about. He said, my mom used to microwave her grape nuts.
Oh, ooh, Hizzlebell, you need a hug. You need a hug. You deserve a hug. You deserve a hug. Oh.
That is. Did it make them softer?
Wetter is all that it did. It didn't.
It just made them hot.
The frosted mini wheats, listen.
Frosted, I don't know. I will not. When I was young, I also disliked them. But as I've grown older, I have discovered the taste of frosted mini wheats, and they are delicious.
I'm just gonna say it. I tell you, it was crazy. Just to yeah, it's non-perishable items. Yeah, Kayvon. It's non-perishable items, not perishable. So cans, get me the cans of you go in your cupboard, and go and tell me. You need therapy.
I wasn't gonna say
work
anything.
that out, man.
Look, that's between. I will never talk ill of another person's mother.
No, but I want to know what Mother's Day is like in Hizzleberg's house. I need to know. All right, we'll throw the break. Look, tomorrow we're going to talk about cereals, the best and worst. We're going to rank them.
I know a cereal like
going to rank them, and the hero. Here's what for anybody who can find this is how I knew my mother loved me. The opposite of shredded wheat was the mini box multi-assorted set of cereal where you would get it's a pack of 10 and it had every kind.
Frosted Flakes, Corn Pops, Fruit Loops, Golden Smacks.
Listen, if you wanted me to have a great day, get me an assorted box and some actual milk. And it was on and popping.
Delicious.
I love that so much. Before the break, we'll talk about these uniforms. We'll get them all done when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? The worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish. And don't sleep on their sides, shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. Summer is here, and that means you're having garage parties with neighbors, hitting the golf course and the pool. The drink of this summer isn't your typical seltzer. It's drinkable Delta 8. Yep, Trek CBD has drinkable Delta 8 seltzers with mango and lime flavors for 4-packs, 12-packs, coming in a variety of mango, watermelon, lime, and berry. They also have hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups to put in your beverages, and as always, the excellent Delta 8 gummies. Trek CBD at 84th and Andermatt and TrekCBD.com. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Call Nebraska Auto Detail today at 402-601-5086.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny skies and very hot temps here for our Tuesday. We'll top out at 97. Winds eventually turning out of the north-northwest at around 15 to 20. Mainly clear tonight, a low dropping down to 67. It will be cooler and slightly more comfortable tomorrow as we top out with a high of 91. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hello, everybody. Charlie Stone here. And through the years, as I've gotten to know Andy Goodyear, general manager of Honda of Lincoln, quite well, one of the things that I have really liked about Andy is you will always get honest, straight talk from him. Joining me now, Andy Goodyear. What's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
As I've said before, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you may not see the new vehicle you're looking for, but on the way we have more than 300 new cars to choose from, so don't hesitate to stop in or go shop online.
I know that used cars are big right now. What can you tell us about it?
We have a great selection, Charlie. More than 125 to choose from. And what I want people to know is we sell more than just Hondas.
All makes and models, right?
All makes and models, cars, SUVs, truck, with fresh trades arriving daily. If you're looking for something other than a Honda, we just might have it.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Registration is now open for all fall sports leagues through Lincoln Parks and Rec. Adult volleyball, kickball, softball, and youth NFL flag football. Competitive and recreational leagues are available, so whether you're an athlete, a former athlete, or a wannabe athlete, there's a league for you. Plus, check out their paid opportunities for officials and referees. Contact Lincoln Parks and Rec to learn more or head to teamsideline.com/LincolnNE before July 24th to register your team. That's teamsideline.com/LincolnNE.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, presented by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of One-on-One, and I apologize that we were going to talk in Husker uniforms, but the cereal talk is legit. And I had my mind blown during the break. My mind is blown because Kellogg's offers a 30 mini box assortment pack. 30. And let me tell you, 30. You do love us, Kellogg's. You love us. And here's what they did.
3-0, baby.
So you get 9 frosted flakes, 3 Apple Jacks. You get 3 Sugar Pops. You get 3 Rice Krispies. You get 6 Fruit Loops. And then they brought us back to earth with 6 frosted mini weeks.
They're frosted, though.
They're frosted, though.
I mean, look, in those mini boxes, there's only like 7 of them anyways. Like 7 little mini wheats in the box.
Right. So, but here's the question. Okay, so for Rico, I'll ask you first.
All right, hit me.
What of the assortment pack, what's your go-to? Of those items, what do you pick?
Probably Frosted Flakes is old, tried and true, reliable.
Nick, what do you take?
Fruit Loops.
Okay. Now,
Although the Sugar Pops, I wasn't the biggest fan. My mom used to get them all the time. We actually weren't allowed to eat them, and I thought it's because they were bad. And then I snuck some, and I said, "Mom, what are you doing?
You are a deceiver. You are a deceiver."
And she was like, "Did you touch my cereal?"
Those are mine. Those are mine.
It's delicious.
They're mine.
Ma, you don't love me.
Peep this though. The 30 pack. Give me. What do you think the 30 pack costs?
Oh, probably about $90.
30 pack.
30 pack mini cereals. $35. Like $1 a box.
$15.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute.
Well,
Where is this available?
We know exactly what's going to be sitting on DP's next week. We're gonna walk in. That door's gonna be open, and it's gonna have two variety packs of the mini cereals.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Serious question.
Yes.
Can we get bowls and spoons?
Yes,
and
like
milk
this is happening
in the studio.
This is happening. As a matter of fact, I need to call Dan Swanson because I need to find out what they keep at Canopy as well. I need to find out what cereals they have. But the assortment pack was Christmas. Literally Christmas morning, we didn't want mom to cook. Get us a couple of assortment packs. There are 8 kids. So if she got 2 assortment packs, then you had a better shot of getting the one you wanted. And I was number 7. So by the time I got to the 7th draft pick, I was down to
selections were thin.
Oh, it was like
options were
maybe
thin.
Rice Krispies. Now, here's the question for you. Here's the question for you both.
All right.
You get your individual mini box.
Yep.
How do you eat it? Rico, go.
I'm gonna eat it dry. I'm gonna eat it straight out the box.
Okay,
Yeah,
Nick.
I same here. I mean, with my
Do
fingers.
you know that there's a way you're supposed to eat it?
No.
Okay. So when you get the mini box, if you look at the front of the mini box, it has a perforated T.
Really?
It has it had perforated lines on it. You're supposed to cut along the lines and open it up and pour your milk
You're a liar.
No,
You're a
that's
liar. No,
that's
it's
the
not.
way.
No.
You're supposed to pour the
No,
milk
it's
into
not.
because it's got the wrap inside.
Uh-huh.
It keeps the box dry. And you pour the milk inside and you eat it out of the box.
You are a liar.
That is a goat move of all time.
I don't believe him.
Yeah.
So you put milk in those little boxes.
In the box because it has the wrap.
It does.
And when you tear it open, you pour the milk inside of it and you eat out of the box.
I don't believe you. I don't believe.
That is the family rule. And then to point these things out, right? Yeah, Mark, you can have the mini
Mark
wheats.
has dibs on
As a
the
matter of
mini
fact, you are a hero for falling on that grenade because those are terrible. They're awful. They're awful.
Wait, you guys don't like frosted mini wheats?
I do.
I don't like. Listen, I have a hate relationship with shredded wheat. Period. Point blank. The unfrosted ruined the frosted for me because they're big Brillo pads of hate and venom.
Okay, I can understand that.
But on the other side of it, and this is the goat move, and Rico's dad or uncle was
My grandpa.
The goat move of all goat moves, and this is again when I knew I had made it and having money. One, I could get whatever assortment pack I wanted, and it was a big deal. It was a big, huge honking deal.
Okay,
when I got out of college and could buy my own assorted, like that was my breakfast. But here was the move for Sunday morning when I didn't want to cook, like I didn't want to make eggs. I would get Frosted Flakes, and I would get 2 bananas and I would cut up the bananas. But see, here's the thing. The OG move is you cut the banana long ways first, then you chop it because you're getting banana in every bite with the frosted flakes.
See,
and
this is what experience does for you.
My
This
grandpa,
is what experience does for you. You learn these tricks.
My grandpa took the OG cornflakes,
okay,
and would just take the banana, unwrap it, and he's just holding. He's got his finger under the banana. He's just
slicing it.
I mean, the knife is going into his finger.
Yeah,
but he's an old dude. He's tough. He's worked his whole life. It doesn't affect him. It's not breaking his
calluses
skin.
on the
there's no
fingers.
skin breaking. No, he's fine. He's cutting it up there. He's one banana, maybe a banana and a half, and he would give me the other half of the banana. He goes, cut it up into your cereal, and I'm like, I'm gonna put some sugar in my cornflakes. And he's like, no, do not do that. So I put the banana in there, and I tried it. The first time I tried it, I was like, wait a minute, this is delicious.
So I grew up just eating frosted mini wheats, the blueberry ones, dry. Like I would just snack on those after school. I'd pour them out in a bowl, and I would just snack.
Never
on
tried
those.
the flavored ones, just regular old frosted mini wheats.
JKB says it. When I was a kid, we would pour our milk into the little boxes. Thought everyone knew that.
That's remarkable.
Another texter says, "Yep, milk in the box, no dishes. Teach them."
I never
was the whole point.
Little mini ones. I never poured them into a bowl. I never ate those with milk. I ate those all. I ate them dry. I was like, it's a mini box. I'm not pouring milk.
You could cut across the front, and down the middle, and then you would just peel it.
Wow.
And pour.
How about that?
Pour it and get
to
it
try
done,
that.
man. All right. So
We're
we're
gonna
here.
have to- we have to figure that
We're
out.
here to teach. But yes, I'm firing that 30 box. That 30 box is happening, baby.
Like Nick said, this is what experience does.
30 bucks, baby.
I would have no clue. I would have no clue.
I never would have
The
known.
Captain Show is coming up next here on 97 The Ticket. Appreciate y'all. Stay doing something good for everybody else.
Bill Bush on at 11:30 in studio. So
Get it,
stick
get
around.
it, get it. Yeah, man.
All right.